It's. I think it's going to be rough. But on the other hand, I would also not see any other champ that he could have picked to counter the Ranger.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the Anarchy was a possibility, as Max has pointed out. RMV, though, slaps the big heavy armor on his chest, uses the Athena passive beautifully, misses the rail, and Sirius is like, alright, my friend, here we go, taste my LG, and hits a lot of damage there. All the armor is almost gone. Sirius denies that light as well, and now it's RMV with 120 or 130 stack. Barely dodging that tribal series as he takes position for the heavy. Yeah, and both just will complete their weapon arsenal for now.
It's interesting, right, that RMV did not pick up any lights. He's now retreating to it. So he has some stack to work with again. Yeah, he's able to evade a lot of damage up until now.
Oh no, the lightning gun. It's gonna stick, and the railgun to follow. Even a great rocket from RMV is not enough. And Sirius played the first rotation so well. He was able to be there, soak up all the light, so every damage he did that was more than 60, no, more than 90, would have resulted in RMV losing so much armor that his stack was kinda useless at this point in time. And RMV is now able to get some lights. The series did not sacrifice his overstack to deny that, but a beautiful rail. The orb is not being followed through, and wow, the hood missed kind of its mark. He bumped his head. Sirius lands the rail, and despite getting that mega, RMV is worse for wear. He, after taking 164 damage.
Rocket though in the face of Sirius. It's a lifeline for RMV. Doesn't get him any near to a frag, but it keeps him alive for now. Yeah, and this is Sirius, like we've seen him play the past month, like really being slow, composed, and yeah, as soon as the enemy is around without knowing where Sirius is, there's so much damaged output.
Yeah, Sirius actually is playing really composed, it feels like. Slow and steady, wins the race, and I like the orb conversion. Despite taking super much damage himself, he will have the time to pick up enough resources, and look at that. The armor denial, and that rail actually could have been massive, but Clique, RMV is able to take it up without eating a rail from Sirius. So yeah, RMV needs to be able to return fire. As of for now, Sirius is out hitting him on any weapon, it feels like, and you can't really afford that when you are a light. As soon as your opponent hits more, there is nothing you can do, and look at the rails. But the rockets are great, and Sirius is just like, hey my friend, I can do that too. Pulls out his big red gun and ends RMV's life for 4th time.
Yeah, it's definitely rough going right now for RMV. Oh, he does return this rail again. Is he able to get something on the board? Both items are up pretty much the same time. And Sirius is looking to prefer the heavy, which is a great denial against the light. And yeah, just such a sneaky player. The shotgun pays out dividends.
Yeah, RMV is in a nice spot. That little bit of armor from on Sirius' side is not going to make the difference in a fight, most likely. And with that light that RMV got, if he gets the heavy clean, this is the point in time where he seizes some sort of control and stack advantage, and he's trying to be silent, not take any damage as for now, and yeah, just take a position where he might find an angle on Sirius. And now RMV is actually, yeah, getting a little bit impatient, it feels like, as he starts to move more around, and Sirius is using that sound cue very well and seizing a position himself, landing a rail, Oh, but it's answered. And now it's a 50-50, which is won by Sirius. And now Sirius also can decide what item RMV gets. And if RMV is not doing anything soon, I think he will just get the Mega, which he got anyway in the end.
Yeah, that does mean another heavy denial for the light of RMV. But he does get a light shard. And this time the opening damage. Oh, and Sirius not hitting the shotgun, but the rocket bob followed up by your play.
Yeah, the Shop Slayer. On top of that as well, and RMV is doing a great job at getting the lights, but only because Sirius has all the heavies on this planet, it feels like. And that makes the rails even more painful. If RMV had the lights and the heavies, at least the rails wouldn't be meaning that he's losing every kind of tech that would allow him to fight. But the way that Sirius is playing that, the mobility of the Athena has not really been a factor at all yet.
Was mimicking ketchup. Coughing in the microphone, sorry guys. But yeah, I'll give Clique RMV some screen time. Let's see if we can send some damage his way that he can release on Sirius.
But the damage from RMV was even more massive. Oh, and I love it. Now both are railable as it returns, and RMV gets the frag, and there are resources, which means he's not railable. So it's not too bad losing out on the Mega when he gets the heavy for that as a light champ. And remember, Sirius is not having a rail yet, so if RMV is able to stop that item to be picked up by his opponent, he might have something on his hands. And so far he's using the passive of Athena very well to move around. The rockets are massive, and then a shotgun rail comes out of the British player and strips Sirius from his life a second time. Oh, but this is not a fight you want to do. Like, after getting hit by a direct, it's going to be grim. Nice rail. No rockets in RMV's pocket here. And the rail hit from Sirius, and the follow-up means he gets a 6th frag, and it's 10 HP he had. This must have been super frustrating, because RMV felt like, if I just had rockets, that's the cleanest kill I get. This...
I think I saw some English tea dipping. Some Earl Grey dipping up and down after that frag from RMV. But yeah, he's not out of this. He's actually locking up Sirius. Well, sort of effective.
Oh, the rockets are fail, and a flick rail from RMV's coming out. This time he's not converting on his angle, kind of. And Sirius can fall back on the Mega and the light armor, so Stack is still in Ranger's favor here. Oh, that shot was crazy from RMV, and you kind of wish, just for the highlight moment, that he followed it up, but he couldn't. Now this one is a follow-up shot, and a beautiful rail. Again, light armor is being soaked up as well, and now Sirius is in dire straits, and the rocket will finish him up, and now it's 1 minute and 10 seconds for 2 frags. This is certainly possible for Clique RMV.
Yeah, what Sirius does have going for himself is that there is no split on the items, so he can get the Mega health again after he spawns. Followed up with a light, he has a decent stack, so RMV cannot plus forward just yet into his next frag.
Oh, Sirius is doing way more damage than he should be doing here. The entire stack advantage of RMV is gone, and now RMV has only 30 seconds, and with that kind of heavy that Sirius got, it doesn't matter. One rail.
Oh, Sirius missing.
Movement.
Yeah, this movement. Oh, but he does not hit the flick rail around the corner. He has not a lot of armor to work with. And he gets a shard, but it gets stripped after.
Yeah, now he needs to fight a fight he can't win. Sirius lands another rail and a follow-up. 4 rails in a row from Sirius. Secure Insomnia and RMV close to a comeback. But Sirius in the end nailed it. Holy crap, what a finish.
Oh, the banter between those two. Only 74% rail accuracy on Sirius.
Yeah, that's not really good, is it?
No. Especially on Athena.
I mean, the rails on Sirius, that not only were they freaking and it felt like every single one hit, but they were the clutch rails too. I mean, just take the last 10 seconds. He was hitting 4 in a row. If he doesn't hit those, RMV can just go in after he hit his rail. So it's a lot of contribution there to the execution in the right moment as well, which is kind of the key factor, it feels like, in this first map.
Yeah. I think it's my time again, right? For
I'm not sure.
Warming
Maybe
the
it's my
bench.
time. Whatever you prefer, Rob. You can choose.
I'll watch this one from the sidelines.
All right, Maxter. Now it's Ruins.
Okay.
Galena.
After the first map that we just saw, I mean, it got really close, really tight. I mean, that ending was amazing. I was like, just, I mean, holding myself to the monitor because it was like, if Sirius misses one rail, it might be a really fucked up situation there because RMB could actually push just in the final seconds, and it didn't work, unfortunately for him. And I expect the same outcome here because Sirius will not stop hitting as much as he usually does. So, and as well, what we have is that Sirius will need to just play a little bit more calm, probably slower because he will need to play around the timer as well. Let's just start with this second map.
Yeah, and Sirius actually starts over at the railgun, while RMV is grabbing the heavy. Railgun grab, Pika used. Oh, and Pika hit! And now I think RMV can justify just pushing with with the spawning machine gun because even getting hit by a rail wouldn't do too much to him. Sirius, that Pika really hurt him.
I mean, it was amazing that he missed. He missed the picker there. Quite hilarious there, but he already started up. He already has the heavy. So he's now in position to just attack. Nice rail from RMB there. I mean, he needs to pay a little bit of respect there because LG might be really strong, but it's not a situation to just push. Now it's time to play a little bit slower and playing around the time dials.
Yeah, I think that's what Sirius really needs to do. Just control one of the lights, the time vials, and always do damage on the heavy. For now, it felt like RMV gave up the heavy to maintain control of T, and it worked, but that forces you to hit your shot. If you don't hit the shot then, when you're playing upper middle, then you just gave away control for free. But RMV for now looks with a very, very healthy stack, overstack on both ends, while Sirius is on 200. And yeah, it's
Sirius doesn't even know the time of the items because he didn't take Mega at all.
Yeah, he didn't even show up, like he didn't even try to do damage or anything.
But he knows that he's just waiting, so he's just playing smart.
Yeah, maybe we will wait until minute 9 arrives until one of the major items is picked up. RMV has another bit, drops down, and I think it's nice from him because, yeah, having the heavy armor against the Galena is always a good thing, and with that Pika hit again, Sirius needs to go to another light.
Missing against a picker, I mean, it's like just a flying target. But he's just missing today against the picker. It's the third time he's doing that. It's not a big deal. Still 0-0. 2 minutes 30. Not a big deal. He needs to start focusing a little bit more to just try to take. Oh, nice rail. I was going to say he needs to take control of the heavy side. And that's the powerful side of Galina on this map.
Yeah, I'd agree as well, because there are so many angles where you can hide your totems, and you can also control the spawns there a bit easier than you get the spawn over at Tribold. So I think that the totem spot at Tribold might not be as secret as you might think, but RMV again got removed out of both, and Sirius plants him down with a rocket, but RMV is able to answer back, and now it's for Tada. Sirius is able to clinch an advantage, and RMV just answers back, as I was sure that Sirius would get the frag here. Oh, the rocket, perfect.
I was going to say that it was a really nice trap set from Sirius there, and I don't know how RMV just connected that rail. Oh my god, nice rail there. He needs to push there. And nice. Here we go.
These guys are hitting.
Man, the clutch rails that they are hitting is amazing.
The drive-by rail from RMV, the answer back from Sirius to get the frag with the follow-up at Heavy. And now RMV is weak again. He needs that big green armor to not be railable. Sirius is like, okay, I can give it away, I don't care. He has no HP, and I will catch him later anyway.
It's weird for me that Sirius is just trying to hold Mega Side instead of Heavy. As well, RMB is making a really good job bodying all that area, just zoning out, like just trying to hold Sirius out of the Heavy area. But I think this is the time to just grab Heavy. Yeah, now it's the time. There we go. But it was a nice entry rail, but I think it was a wrong weapon. Nice rail.
I mean, probably if he had the exact timing, he could have just fell down again and retried it, but it felt like he might not have had the timing down to the second, and now he just tries to get another rail onto RMV. But RMV is not exposing himself. Now Sirius, and this is a play I really like, is vacating the upper light to seize position on Heavy, and this time he will get it. And that was, yeah, maybe it was set up in the plan from 2 rotations ago. I mean, after all, we can't look in his head, but it looks good for him stack-wise, and especially after that rail and the follow-up again. 3 frags up.
I changed my mind.
That was a nice move from RMB. Anyways, trying to deny that area, but he's just over push in some sort of way, and now they're causing the frag, and he's so low, and Sirius will attack this item. Or not? Yeah. He attacked. I mean, I was going to say that it was too risky to just try to steal that Heavy, but he did a good job there. No, don't hit the totem, but okay, there's another way to just kill the totems. He just prefer that way. But anyways, I think that Sirius got the advantage here somehow. Not somehow. He's doing a good job with controlling the mega area at least, and RMB is trying to control this area. But if I were him, I will try to just speed up a little bit more, because trying to catch a Galina here and with Sirius's aim, it's going to be a really hard task to do.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Sirius could try or decide to use the totem as a defensive tool and not as a tool to get, like, stack and information as what he used it before. Oh, and look at the rocket planted all of RMV's attempts there. Completely throw them out of the club, and if he hits that rail, the Heavy won't matter too much. Because all where he can go is upper, and there is Sirius waiting for him. Pika is dealt quickly this time with. And Sirius is going to deny this light, so RMV can only get 200 stack as of now. And every damage he takes now will be damage to his life and his armor, and his frag count is it's still 0, and Sirius is able to increase his by 1. And I like the way that Sirius now is just holding upper ground and lets RMV come to him from the lower parts of the map.
It's interesting how how everything works for Sirius when he really tries hard, basically. Like when he's playing calm and collected, and trying to just at least hold. Well, he didn't miss the pick at this time. Well, trying to just hold the area, but this attack is kind of weird, I would say. He needs to just grab this armor and try to push it a little bit more to RMV. I think he just went on Sirius' favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna to attack there.
Yeah, I had a feeling that RMV would push him, but then RMV stopped, and then I had a feeling, okay, Sirius now is going for sure to be pressed that advantage and punish the heavy picker, but none of that happened, and it's an LG battle, and Sirius is gonna win that any time of the day. Good position, good stack, and 6 frags in 2 minutes. This is going to be a tough one. You can like chain a few frags together. Strog is fast. But the way that Sirius is hitting this map, it doesn't feel like there's much to do for RMV at this point in time. And look at the control difference. Apart from heavies, RMV has got nothing on this map.
Yeah, really nice play around the items from Sirius, and now RMV just gave up. But I mean, it was a really nice map for Sirius. He did what he needed to do. Galena has the uppercut, I think, in this map, and he took the advantage of it. And
yeah, I mean, even though he never got overstacked from the totems, just the information he got when RMV destroyed them, and that he was always close to them, and he could punish an item or the totem destroyer, the RMV destroying a totem could be punished. Sirius got value out of basically everything he did, it felt like. Good game, and it's again showing how good Sirius is when he's playing. Playing like when he's really trying his best. This is what you get then.
Yeah, when he's trying his best, I think he's a player to fear, you know, because he's not trying to make dumb pushes. He's really strong on his aim. It's something that just, I mean, we already know how strong Sirius is on his aim, and when he just tries to play really slow and trying to collect items, it's just too heavy to defeat him. So congratulations, and he's just moving on one more round, and he's just getting closer to going to Romania.
I mean, if he wins his semi-final game, he's for sure going to have a ticket.
Well, his next match is going to be against who?